Daddy, can I borrow fuero? Biggie money, can I borrow renty? Manager, give me some caloni. Okay, what about 5K?
When you need a loan, you've got MTN Momo. Wesotinge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Good afternoon, viewers. This is Live at 1, coming up from Ytv. My name is Jam101, but first, the headlines. Educationists blame the government for the poor education system of Uganda today, with many blaming the government for not advising or re-advising the teachers very well on what they're supposed to do. That's why some of them, they keep on coming and doing all what they know. We try to dig out more, and let's hear from our reporters.
In over years, the education system of Uganda have been a transition from students doing optional subjects, and later most of these subjects have been made compulsory, like maths, English, and most of the science subjects. But recently, there have been a change in the curriculum that was teachers based, where teachers had to provide everything to the students. But in the new curriculum, it is students based, where they should carry their own research in order to find more information. According to one of the city lawyer, there should be need for innovation in the education system by improving on the technology, since we are in the technological world where our students can be able to compete worldwide after their graduations.
Ronald Mulondo is my name. What should be done to improve the education system in Uganda? One, we have the government should increase government funding. When you look at most of the government schools, the funding is still very low, and the government should really work towards that to make sure that at least all citizens can afford a good quality education. Yes, the other thing is the government should improve the access to technology. When it comes to access to technology, we shall take a look at how to reach areas where there is no electricity. Even in areas where there is electricity, we don't have IT or IT equipment. So the government should really improve access to technology to integrate technology into education to enhance learning. The other thing is
He also continued by saying there is need for government to increase on the fundings and addressing the issue of poverty among the public so that they can afford to pay some of the better schools around.
the government should address the issue of poverty and inequality. Because when you look at some of the schools which will bill very highly, the education is good, and the education in some of the districts in Uganda is still low. So to improve, to address the poverty bit of it, the government should support the disadvantaged students from the primary sector, secondary, until university. Then also improving the infrastructures in schools. The government should really work hard to improve the infrastructures. We take a look at some of the districts which have a few classrooms. Some of these classrooms are in grass thatched houses. It cannot really afford a student or a pupil in primary school quality education, especially when the environment, when the weather changes. It's the environment seems to be harsh to them. Yeah, that's all I have to say about uh, what the government should do to improve the education system in Uganda.
But in the recent test conducted in Nakaseka district, where teachers were given a paper to do with the least teacher getting 27%, this sparks a lot of questions, with the educationist questioning where could be the problem. If the teacher who is supposed to teach students and make them pass can still get 27%. We now talk to one of the teachers regarding the poor education system and how it can be improved.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is still Jamano One for YTV. Right away, I'm here for an interview with one of the educationists, someone who is prominent in the line of education. And today we are trying to check and analyze what is the cause of the poor education system of Uganda today. You're most welcome, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you for having come for your questions, the interview to have with you.
yeah,
We have different causes of the poor education system in Uganda.
yeah.
We have the education system which started in the early 1960s, which is composed of 7 years of primary. We have 6 years of secondary, 4 of lower secondary, 2 of upper secondary, that is senior 5 and senior 6. We have 3 to 5 years of post-secondary. But this education has been with a number of problems hindering it. We have poverty, household poverty, whereby in some families even they cannot afford to buy the scholastics of their learners. They cannot even give them transport. They trek from their homes to the schools where they study from, along the way of which they get some problems, they get accidents, they get injuries, and other several problems. We have poor motivation to the educationists, that is the teachers. Some of the teachers are less motivated by the pay they are given. You find that they don't meet the needs of their families, which demoralize them and they end up not providing what necessary knowledge they are supposed to provide.
Yeah.
We have conflicts and insecurity. Like in some Western Uganda schools in Kasese, we had insecurity whereby some students were killed. That one hindered education and some parents were in fear of sending back their children and students. We have the impact of COVID-19. Schools were shut down for almost 2 years, which hindered the education system. Some of the learners grew, others dropped out of the schools. Some of the learners did not perform well after COVID-19. As the effects of COVID-19, education was hindered. We have poor water, sanitation, and hygiene in some of the schools. Even others lack enough facilities like the laboratory things, apparatuses, what to use. You find that the government aided schools, there are a lot of students whereby what to use is limited. Therefore, the government should work on that to enhance practical lessons in such secondary schools and tertiary institutions. Then we have corruption, whereby the money which is allocated by government in some schools is embezzled and even is misused by the head of the institutions, which hinders the development of those schools and the development and the impactful. It becomes impactful negatively on the side of students.
So, stopping you a little bit. So, can we blame the parents themselves, the teachers, or the government for this the poor education system, according to you?
According to me, it is partially the government. Government takes the biggest part to be blamed.
Yeah.
One, it's supposed to supervise the education system.
Yeah.
Two, it's supposed to implement the education system. First of all, our education system is more of theoretical than practical. we are aiming about the theory more than the skill, the hands-on activities. That's why some of the a child leaves primary when he cannot do anything practical.
Yeah.
We are less of skills, more of theory. Therefore, for that part, I blame the government.
But now, to some extent, when I remember in Nakaseke district, teachers were given the same papers they were supposed to do, and the list of the teacher got like 27%. So, can you still blame the government in this? Yet, even the teachers themselves, they cannot pass the papers they are setting for students.
Among the solutions I have here, I have refresher courses.
Yeah.
It is the government to create time for refresher courses.
Yeah.
We have some teachers who completed their studies in 80s. They are still working now.
That's true.
Yet the content needs to be modified with time moving on. Therefore, those teachers, they need refresher courses. They need to be up to upgrade. They need to be given enough scholastics, enough reference books so that they can have modified content which they can give students.
Yeah. Yeah, so, what do you think should be done, like, in order to improve on our education system of Uganda today?
First of all, our curriculum needs to be revised.
Yeah.
It needs to have more of practical, skill-based activities.
Yeah, that's true.
Like carpentry, like tailoring. Those activities will give more jobs for those people who have completed studies.
Yeah.
Because most of the Ugandans who complete studies, who complete universities, they can't do any practical thing.
Yeah.
Even they cannot make these simple things like bricks and what.
Yeah.
So we need all those practical activities to be taught. At least by the end of P7, a learner should be able to mold a pot, to mold those glasses.
That is skill.
Those are skills, so that they can self-employ,
Yeah.
and they reduce the problem of unemployment.
That is very true.
Then another thing, the government should enhance the payment given to teachers.
Yeah.
Some teachers get loans. They end up concentrate going outside other activities to look for the money which they have borrowed, because they avoid to be arrested by those people, the money lenders, the banks, to take their property. Therefore, the government should enhance so that they can concentrate in improving the creativity of those students
and the teachers.
And the welfare, and and produce better citizens.
That is true.
Then the third, I've already talked about
some of the solutions.
Some of the solutions, facilitating workshops, refresher courses, seminars. It can be periodical. It can be every after 3 months, to know the do's and don'ts.
Yeah, that's
to know the diversity of the curriculum, what the curriculum needs, how to attempt such questions. They should also bring feedback from UNEB to know what made candidates fail, how they should improve.
Yeah.
Then we have stocking library and laboratories. Government should stock those schools. They should buy what to be used in the laboratory, so that each and every student get hands-on activities. They have what to use, not sharing, 5 sharing, 1 burette, 1 seeing on 1 thermometer, 10 of them. They should at least get more of them. Then we should have curriculum adjustment. I've already talked about it. They bring hands-on activities in the primary. By the end of P7, we say we should be molding these things which are got from clay and sand soil. Those simple things, so that at least a child who drops up at P7 can do anything, or something to do, or can know how to dig and cultivate. So that we can reduce this element of looking for white-collar job for whoever finishes, which will not be there.
And I think that is what now the government is trying to do by bringing the new curriculum.
The government has started. The government started it recently in secondary by bringing competence-based curriculum. But at least in primary, it's not there. With the 7 years of primary, they are theory years. Yet we need skill-based curriculum. At least by the end of those 7 years, a child should be knowing what to do, should be having what expertise that child can do. Then we have the government should also reduce on the taxes which are paid by private institutions.
Schools,
So that those private institutions can use that money they are using to as taxes to buy and equip their laboratories and libraries. Then we have the introduction of USA and UPA. Those two programs and policies have moved and eradicated illiteracy because literacy has reduced by the 2022 findings to 80% of literate Ugandans who are above 15 years literate. Therefore, by 2022, we have 80% Ugandans who can read and write. Previously, we had less than 60. Therefore, UPA and USA have at least improved on that. However, they need to be supervised. They need thorough supervision so that they can effectively eradicate illiteracy. Then we have I think those are the solutions which can be put forward by the government to improve.
Thank you so much for being with us. You even forgot to give us your name.
My name is Ytv Nelson, one of the educationists at MTG Junior School.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nelson, for being with us and giving us your view as per this. We really appreciate it. This is still Ytv with your presenter, Jam 101. And it was news about poor education system of Uganda today. We hope to again see you again next time for another program.
See you too. Thank you for your time. Thank you for hosting me. Next time we shall do better.
All right. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
See you again next time.
See you too.
For over years and years, the education system of Uganda has been a very big question. With the educationists asking themselves, should we blame the students, the teachers, or should blame the government themselves for the poor education system of Uganda today? It's still a big question up to today, even after the renewal of the curriculum of today. I still Jam 101 reporting for Ytv. Thank you so much, our reporter, for that information, and we really appreciate. We just hope for a better education system reform in Uganda today, and that has been what we have for you today. But still, more to come. We shall be having more on sport and on business.
How are you?
Fine.
What are you doing?
Candice, what's that?
I brought you a small bonus.
Bonus for what?
Daddy said you helped us get a house, a car, and Mommy's business.
But I only helped them get the loans.
You did more than that. You got us 299 family dinners, 64 kisses on the cheek, 12 road trips to see Grandma, 42 jokes from Daddy, 49 laughs from Mommy.
In over 60 years of dealing with numbers, we've learned that the numbers that matter the most to you are the ones that matter the most to us. NCBA Bank. Go for it.